that. I didn't ask for that. I don't know why it's showing. Alright. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started and everything. So, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to a little random installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And today, or should I say tonight, oh, excuse me, um, I decided to do a little thing that I said that I was probably never going to do when it comes to the Elden Ring Night Rain, and that is attempt to do a solo run. Now, the reason why I said that I didn't really ever have plans to do a solo run in Night Rain was because, pretty much in a nutshell, when it comes to like regular Elden Ring versus Night Rain, they're kind of like they're kind of like a different beast altogether, with like like the same kind of similarities, if you will. Um, like regular Elden Ring, you can be able to make your character however you want. You can start with any class that you want, and and stuff like that, and you can be able to you can be able to customize it how you want, from like the look, the clothing, what type of like levels and stuff you want to get up, a lot of this jazz. But with Night Rain, you pretty much are given like by like around like 6 to 8 characters at most, depending on if you actually have gotten the likes of Revenant and Duchess, right? And think about it as like, I'm pretty sure most people have already put together, but when it comes to Night Rain, it's pretty much like an Elden Ring Fortnite type of game. It's like, oh, you have to, because you're pretty much going around. You're going around attempting, to like collect stuff, as much as possible. Um, make it to where get some good stuff, get some good loot, and get some levels in and stuff like that before you take on like day one boss, day two boss, or whatever. And yeah, like it's just kind of like a completely different game, that like it just takes just like it just doesn't feel like how regular Elden Ring is per se. However, I've been kind of thinking about this a little bit, and I was like, maybe maybe I could give it at least a little bit of a try. Maybe I give like the old college try, as one would say, because for those that don't know, I have basically done everything in this game. Like I've I've beaten the game. I've done a successful trios run. I've done a successful duos run. I beat all the regular bosses, the Neverdark bosses. Like I've got I've gotten like, all the relics, and stuff like that. And, of course I got, the two special hidden, characters, if you want to call them that, which was, Revenant and Duchess, and everything. And so I'm just like, maybe the one thing I should try out at most is, playing some Night Rain solo, because I've honestly played this quite a bit, even when I'm not like, streaming it and everything like that. Like I'll just sometimes just be like, oh, I'm probably going to just, just, get on the game, maybe like, queue up for like to say, like the first boss of the game, which is, Tricephalos, aka the three-headed doggo, maybe help out randoms here and there, maybe, look for more relics and stuff like that, to put on my builds, and everything. So, yeah. Now, I don't really have any plans on trying to do like every single, you know, character in this game to do solo. I just figured I'd kind of start with like my one main character that I often play around with more than anyone else, which is Iron Eye, and just see how things go with there. Because for those that don't know, um, I've talked about this before, but Iron Eye is known to be one of my main characters I like to play around with. And another thing about it is that he's got loadouts for every single little scenario that you can think of. And um, some of them, do what was I gonna say? Some of them are for do have like the effective weaknesses for the bosses, and others have made for, like their own little things. Like for example, this right here is is pretty much my frost build that I put together um, and everything. This here is my fire build. Actually, I believe I actually changed the red up a little bit because I was like just looking around and everything like that. I was like, oh, I have I was like, oh, I can probably play around with this and everything. So yeah. um, this here is my poison build. Nice little stuff there. Methinks. Um, this right here is it's pretty much to be like my poison, my blood bow with poison. It was with the ultimate arc poison thing. It was like a poison bleed build, if you will. This one right here is for lightning. This is my holy build. And even though I haven't really done much for this, even though I don't really use this, but it was just something I put around with, where basically it was just a thing, that involved like three different things for Iron Eye. And then lastly, I have what I like to refer to as the Infinity build, because it's all about this relic right here, where switching weapons adds an Infinity attack, and everything. So, yeah. Now, yeah, like I said, I don't know how much I'm going to be doing, but I figure out maybe try a few like a boss or two, and just see how things go, see how see how things go, see how um how things are changed up and all that. So and maybe I might like try and put everything that I've learned from the game from from the game together and be like, hey, You know, just try and do this, maybe go here, you know, do this, that, and the other, and, you know, whatnot, so, yeah. I think the last time I did anything solo-wise I think the last time I did anything solo-wise was when I attempted, well, it feels like when I randomly attempted to do a thing, I was playing a trios run, and then for whatever reason, I think like my two teammates left, and everything, and then I think it was around like day one boss, or well not, oh yeah, day one, I think it was like day one boss where, I took on like the demi-human queen and stuff, so. Okay, so there's a holy place right here. I'll two-hand my bow, and for the most part, I'm probably going to keep this bow. Let's say I somehow found another like holy bow thing, you know, that maybe had like, you know, I don't know, like give like another rain of arrows or something, you know, maybe. I think we'll do a thing where I use like either a ring of arrows or a barrage for um for the actual war bow. I'll take that, I guess. Uh, my attempt, you know, to do the cave in the cave thing here. Hey, you stay right there, buddy. Okay. So I got Mystic Stone 2. Which is pretty cool. Oh, get out of my way! Oh, fucker. Okay, well, I'm definitely not going to be going up to the top of the castle. I honestly do not want to fucking deal with with that boss. And we got trolls. Alright, let's see if we can do a little thing where with alright, we got our main bow levels. Okay, so it's true. You know, apparently when you play solo, the merchants can actually, you know, say you winning grace. Ow. Nope. I want to take that for the improved item discovery. Well, you know, I'll take that too. So it's kind of funny also in the fact that it's a daggum holy weapon as well. Alright. And yeah, I'm kind of letting, you know, the shifting earth stuff happen on its own naturally. Instead of me doing the thing. Alright, don't know for sure if I'm gonna be able to do this in time, but I do kind of want to see, you know, like what I do kind of want to see, like, you know, what is underneath the castle. Like, keep in mind, you know, to anyone that's, you know, watching this, you know, some sort of way, especially like, you know, if it, you know, actually does, you know, go through, you know, like, oh, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, you know, you know, like, keep it somehow, like, you know, keep whether it be like, you know, part of the mod or the whole shebang. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm like, like like a god tier Iron Man man or something like that. Like or any other, like Night Ring character. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm top tier, but I know much shit when it comes to a lot of the characters. I've done everything you can with them. Where's Doggy? Oh, fuck off! That lucky little fucking lunge, dude. That lucky little fucking lunge, man, I swear to God. Let's check real quick if I can. So I can somehow get see how much, if I have like enough, somehow get a Winding Grace. No, I honestly don't know if it's like the wisest decision, knowing the fact that I'm coming in this shit at like level fucking 3. Fuck. I'm celebrating, really. No. Okay. Alright, level 6. I think I'm gonna try and go back to the castle. At least see if I can deal with Doggo. But it would be nice, yeah. And I just realized too, the club's got golden vials, so I might try and pop that up. Might try and pop that before I go in. Ow. Mm-mm. Okay, level 7. Guess I'll take these hits right now. If I can somehow maybe go get that the other church, then I might be good, question mark. I'll try and hurry up and get to it. See, this place, this is a blood place. Alright. Alright, what's over here? That is magma worm. And I'm not gonna have enough time for it, so he's gonna go say fuck it. Gonna have to just say fuck it. Yeah, you're still coming. Yeah, why are you still coming? Ow! Get me out of here! I don't know what the fuck I was stuck on. I think about like, well, what can I possibly do? Get him away, you damn monkey. I'm Black Knife Assassin. Ow. Okay, I'm not seeing any... There. Ow! That's in the storm. One of those things where it's like I have to really think about like, well, what can I do? You know, what can I do? Where can I go? At least I seemingly hit all the churches, so... Okay, there's gonna be a guardian golem up here. I can see the boil. could you fucking die already? Like I'm let's do that, I guess. Take it for the defeated enemies, stir FP. Anyway, I was about to say, so I was looking at some random, I was looking at some random videos and whatnot, and I came across some random Elden Ring videos involving like different bosses and shit. And one of the things that I remember seeing was this one particular boss that was another golem, that was pretty much another golem boss. It was called Laser Golem. And like I've been seeing like these videos here and there where it's like a giant golem boss that it's first like a giant golem boss, kind of like the ones you could normally see here and there. But the one main thing is that it's on the like the little thing where it uses like its little like halberd thing to like sort of like make like a little circle around it. Make like a little random, like a little random circle and everything. And what happened, and what usually happens is it's like, oh, it's going, to like bring up like these three blue ball things, right? And usually what happens is that there's a little thing that makes a little circle around itself. Three balls come out from under the ground and pretty much like shooting. And pretty much have like lasers, shooting at it. And I was thinking about, I was really kind of curious about where the fuck this boss was. This little, laser golem boss was. And so I watched the video, and everything. I was watching the video, finding out, where to find this boss. And naturally, the first character that I took to go find the boss was Pei. I took the build made with her, and all that to, find where the boss was. I think I had like maybe one or two deaths at most, but I finally killed it, and then it was kind of annoying because I didn't really seem to get anything from it. I got like jack diddly shit from it. 3 sentinels down. Okay, so very interesting to say the very least. Okay, so I think now I have 2 question mark? Okay. Okay, so Thorny Cracked here, these Bell Crystals here, and a Bubble Tutor. Let me think on this a little bit. Alright, get rid of that. Get rid of that. We'll keep these 2 because it has the range stuff. But I am going to... Yeah, we'll keep these because it has the improved range weapon attacks. And I think I'm going to keep this on my offhand because it has Golden Vow. You know, it also is holy, so... Okay. I think as long as I don't move too much, as long as I don't go like, you know, full forward, boss should not appear. Alright. Very nice. That went pretty nicely, methinks. You know, I was level 10, but hey, you know, I got through it. Mine Arcane. Okay, so I'm just trying to, like, you know, just to piece this all together. So if you're playing solo, you know, in Night Rain, you know, then you can be able to get at most 2 Winding Graces from the vendors. First one that you get, first one you can be able to get is from, you know, like normal vendors, you know, all around, you know, and all around the map and everything. You can go get if you go get one, you know, you're good there, and then um, what the fuck? Oh, apparently someone was inviting me to play Night Rain, and I'm just like, nah, I can't do this all the time, dude, no way. Okay. Okay, so this here is my poison build. So maybe do some slight look-seeing if I can. Okay, so Gaping Jaw's thing is poison, scarlet rot, and frostbite. Poison, scarlet rot, frostbite. Poison, scarlet rot, frostbite. Okay, so the idea that I have for the slight little idea that I have for Gaping Jaw is bring out Rotted Woods. You know, like bring out Rotted Woods. Uh, hope and pray that I maybe get like a bow or something like that you know I can build Flick Scarlet Rot. Go from there, I think. Color Shifting Earth, Rotted woods. Okay. Like, part of me thinking to myself, like, you know, do I want to be able to go with my poison loadout, or do I want to go with my frost loadout? Because I haven't really used my frost build for anything, really. Uh, let's try it. I also kind of have to, in a way, hope and pray that maybe I can be able to find some Everdrill keys, aka Stone Sword keys, you know, for those that don't know. Okay. Great. Take that from now. Check here. No. Okay, there's no treasure chest. Because sometimes when there's like that little area right there, you know, there could be like a little random treasure chest that can have some good stuff in it. Decent, you know, good stuff or whatever. So. Put all resistances up. Okay. check over here. I'm checking this little spot right here. Taking a whole bunch of freezing grease. Excuse me. Sorry, just checking, checking out, see how things are. Bitch. Roger, je vais faire. That there's a draconic tree sitting on the land. I want nothing to do with it. What did you drop? Oh, holy ground. Hold on. Yeah, I can. Okay, I want to go to the castle, see what's down below. Max HP. Magique damage. No, thank you. I'd much rather deal with you if you were a fucking normal, Ow! Hate those fucking cheap pods, man. What's here? Wolfie Doggo again. Got it. Jar cannon. Like jar cannon, sure. Nope. Just in time too. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so things are looking decent so far. Throwing pots. It's big. It's big again. Okay. They'll have enough to get a winning grace. Oh, I just realized Libra's here. gonna see what he wants, or see what he has. If I survive this encounter. Some, some took a lot, some took damage. What is it? Oh, goody, light cavalry. Alright, he's down. Alright. That. Okay, should be enough to get the Wind and Grace. It's over here. So we'll try and get that. Alright, so my random ass mindset is that I'm gonna try and get the church. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the church over here. And then I'm gonna go straight for Rotted Woods area. I'm going straight for Rotted Woods area. Going to kill the boss there. Hopefully get a Scarlet Rotted weapon. Should be able to pass up, he thinks. Okay, so... Okay, so I got 5... Okay, so I got 5 freezing greases. I got 1 winning grace. Alright, I'll mark that. Cause yeah, the thing I've kinda usually been doing, the thing I usually would kinda do per se with rotted woods, with the rotted wood shifting earth, is, I always try at most, come here, I always try at most, come here, to do the thing, and then, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So, okay, yeah, so with rotted woods, what I usually like to do is, I usually like to, go to the castle, kill the boss there, because a lot of times, we'll often drop some of the Scarlet Rot variety. Then I will mark the tree thing on the map, and then go there, and probably at most, I'll probably take on any other bosses that, around here. Giant Crusher and Chain Link Flail. Alright. Alright, things over there. I see there's a boss down here. That is Loretta's bitch ass. I would like to somehow get the power. Before I even think about dealing with her. I was trying to like the slide, but I don't think I had any charges. Motherfucker. Oh, fuck off! God damn it! I tried to slide! Like, I literally was trying to slide, but it would not give me my second one. I hit the slide button! Like, I literally hit the slide button, but it did not do it for some fucking reason. Like, I literally hit the fucking slide. The game was like, no, we're not gonna give you the slide. Ow. Ow! How? I was behind the fucking thing. That was cheating. I don't care what anyone says. Like, I was literally behind the thing. That shouldn't... All of that should have fucking missed. Bullshit! Okay, you can't deny that was fucking cheating. Like it somehow like clipped through the fucking rock, and it insta-downed me. No, that was cheating. I don't care what anyone says. Fuck you! That should have missed. Like, Loretta's cheating. I don't care what anyone says. That's bullshit. That, like, I dodged all of that. None of that should have been hitting. Ew. Ew. I healed. I'm probably not gonna get to level 10 at this point. If I keep going down to this bitch ass. Like, she's obviously cheating. You know, like, she's hitting shots that she's not allowed to. Yeah, and I don't have enough time. I'm not gonna be able to, like, you know, go for all the... Ew. I moved! That was bullshit. I don't care what anyone says, that was a cheat. Like, that should not have locked on to me. I dodged, I moved, and I somehow still get hit. Like, nah, fuck off with that. Cheating ass cunt. Alright, so now I got 2 Winding Graces. I kinda wish I had the ability, I kinda wish I had a pouch. But... This is a Crucible Knight, Gold Hippo. No! That should not have hit, that was a cheat. I hate how this fucking Crucible Knight just keeps using his damn shield. Ow! No! Let me heal! Let me heal! Alright, Hippo's down. Come on, motherfucker. It'd be nice if I got a go open this place. Alright, alert speed. Alright, let's see. Take one of those. Okay. Alright, let me see something. Like available upon defeat. On defeat. Okay, so I have three things. I have 3 Winning Graces. I have 3 Winning Graces, plus the supposed auto one that should proc. Hang on. Give me a sec, guys. Oh yeah, you can fuck right off with that, dumbass bot. He's like, you can disrespectfully fuck off. Like, as one would say, I think it's like, you can fuck off disrespectfully. Anyway, so, let's see. Hey Tram, how are you doing today? Uh, if you want to consider this to be, if you want to consider that, sure. Damn it! Eh. Come on, come on, come on! Ow. Ew. Ow. God. No, that I only got down once. Oh, oh. Yeah, funny enough, I've technically done it. I've technically, fought the gaping jaw with a sword. Great sword, mind you. But I'll talk about that in a sec. I just want to check, this stuff. But yeah, so to kind of like explain things a little bit, Tram. Um, I randomly just had like the idea of doing something that I said I was not really planning on ever doing with this game, which was attempting to do a solo run of Night Rain with all the bosses and everything, at least like main bosses. And like the reason why I didn't want to do it per se at first was because it's like this was like because like Night Rain and regular Elden Ring, even though they're both like the Soulsborne, this that and the other, but they still are kind of like a different beast in of themselves because because like with Elden Ring you can build you can make a character, you can build make a character, you can dress them as bad as you want, do all kinds of other stuff. But here it's like you play as one of like 8 characters with like I think it's like 6 in total that you can go start off with because because sometimes when I've done a lot of lives, like you have to do a couple of things like to unlock the Duchess and the Revenant, and all that, and you have to you have to go through the whole the whole realm, or, the map or whatever, and be like, hey, I have to I have to look at the map, pick and choose where I want to go, try and deal with certain bosses, and all that. Maybe get like, level 15 at most, which is like the highest level that you can be able to get in this game. And also try to find like, a way to, like get, of course, powerful weaponry, especially, stuff that has like, effective weaknesses for the bosses. Maybe find like some nice passive effects, and all that jazz. And because of how I'm playing single player, you want to try to get as many winning graces as possible, which is like, which is, those little golden things that were in my little inventory. Well, the thing is about this game is like it's kind of intended. It's kind of known for being like a multiplayer thing. Like like a. I want to say it's like PVE, and all that, because it's like because when this game first came out, right? It was known to do like either solo or trios, and then somewhere down the line, it actually brought in the ability to do duos. So like you and a friend will do that stuff out like you and a friend and a third rando and all that. But yeah, there was that. And I've talked about, and as I mentioned already, but like I basically done everything I've basically done everything that one can do in this game. Like the only thing I would say that I have not done is beating beating the whole game solo with all the characters, but I don't really plan on doing that. Like I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it like for right now, where I'm just like I'm playing as the Iron Eye character, which is who you see before you, because I am known to be an Iron Eye main, and I have like loadouts and stuff for specific weaknesses, for bosses and things like that. And I was just like, I beat the game in trios, I've done a thing in duos, so why not see what it's like to actually play, in a solo thing.
What is it? There is much to be done.
Uh, and I'd say it's gone pretty well so far. I took on the first boss of the game, which was Tricephalos. Um, uh, I think I was like level 10 or something like that. But yeah, I took on the first boss. Had no real issues. Don't even think I went down at all, so that was cool. And the boss I just got done doing, which is what you saw, and all that. But this boss is aka Gaping Jaw. So, yeah. But yeah, I was just kind of like, just because I wasn't really doing much of anything and all that, and I was still pretty wide awake and everything. I was just like, I'm like there's the curious itch in me. Like there's a curious itch in me if like trying to see what it's like, to try and do a night raiding session solo and see how much I can be able to get done and how far I can get. So, but yeah. And yeah, and yeah, I am kind of glad that I did. I am kind of glad that even though like um even though that we didn't get like a bow that had like Scarlet Rot on it or whatever, but like I still don't mind the fact of like like I I got I got a rod weapon. You know, I got the the passive effect and all that. So, but yeah, we are going to end it there, and we are going to try and raid someone because I like raiding people after my streams. You know, whether whether it's on my normal time frame or not. So now I don't know 100% on this, but if I'm feeling up for it or whatever, maybe somewhere down the line I might, do another little random session with this, and all that, but I don't know. Phase yo mofo. But yeah, the next time that I do plan on trying to do some stuff in Night Rain, I will be trying to do more of my little random trios run as the Onion Raider, trying to take on the final two bosses with loadout specifically made for them. So yeah, bear with me. So I'm probably gonna be kind of quiet a little bit so I can try and possibly find someone to read. I'm curious curious. let's look in the night in category. My weird. So I go look at the thing, and it's like a lot of people that like a lot of the people that are streaming Night Rain are of different languages. Yeah, it's like holy shit. Everyone's. Yeah, welcome back, Tram. Yeah, I'm pretty much just sort of like wrapping up and all that. I'm just trying to find someone to raid because, like I said, I'm kind of like, I was kind of like doing things like I'm kind of like taking my time with this, and I was just like, kind of curious about like, trying to see what it's like, to do like a solo run of the game and all that. Yeah, I'd say it ended quite nicely, to say the very least. Yeah, like I say, like I took on the first two bosses solo. Um, no, didn't get down the first boss. Only went down on the second, so. Yeah, I don't think I can be able to raid anyone doing Night Rain. Because everybody seems to be of a different fucking language. So. Maybe. Well, thank you for coming on by. I really appreciate it. And like I said, it's kind of like a little thing where it's like you're trying to find someone to raid, but I don't know who I can be able to raid, because it's like, sometimes be like, oh, you're like, I want to try and maybe like raid this person, but then, they have like a limit or something like that, but I don't know. And make sure everything, works. Yeah, where the fuck? I'm pretty sure I hit the L. Maybe. Alright, so I'm gonna try and run into this person. Don't know for sure if we're gonna be able to or not because sometimes, like I said, people have raid limits, and they don't do a team with small streamers. So yeah. Um, but yeah, if everything goes well, my next planned stream will hopefully be technically later on today at most. Um, I was kind of thinking about maybe doing Dead by Daylight because of the 2v8 mode, but I might probably kind of push that to Sunday at most. So probably what I might do actually is I might try to do more Batman Return to Arkham City. Doing the New Game Plus run on hard. So yeah. Saturday we'll be shooting up Saturday with possibly some more Heretic, and then like I said, probably on Sunday might do DVD or something like that. I don't know. So yeah. Yeah, I just wanting to get everything soon and booted because I'm gonna be try and clear the chat in just a moment. Alright, I'll make sure. Alright, but if you enjoy what you saw today though, and you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub and all the usual good stuff, and feel free to follow me on Twitter if you want. But until I see you on the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.